Hey, Grand Rising, everybody. T-NocK here. Welcome back to Source Shield. This is Grandtastic Rising #3. We're back at Garden Greens, if you know what I mean. Hey, we're back here, and guess what? Regiment. Yep, they're starting their shift. Just clocked in. He's already sniffing. Yep, Frankson's out there. Frankie Bear. Yeah, he still got some sleep in his eyes. What you doing there, Franklin? Hey, Frankie Bear. Oh, yes. Sheriff McGallops. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. Yes. Let's go take a stroll. Check these out. I forget the name of these. But, wow. Look at them. Whoa. Look at that beautiful star. Nice. We got a lot more of these. They're gonna look at all these bulbs. Yes. Anyways, we're back at Garden Greens. This is my favorite place. Got Source. Source has my back. Anyways, hope everybody's having a good morning, good day wherever you're at. I don't know what your time zone is. I'm on the West Coast. We're on the West Side here in Northern California. I just got off work, clocked out, 11 p.m., 7 a.m., coming home. Like I said, regiments out here doing their lap, looking for these mole riders. We're over here where the Dutchville Menace lurks. There's going to be some activity for sure. You know this Dutchville Menace is somewhere. But, there we go. You might be going, hey, why do you got 3 wheelbarrows, T-NocK? Well, these were all refurbished. Left for junk. And I brought them back to life. That's what I like doing. Boom, there we go. I use them, trust me. I got to use this guy because he's got the steel frames. He's got the steel handle versus wood. Speaking of which, I got to resand that. But, I try to refurbish and repair what other people throw away. So I use that one for pretty much stone. That's what I did for this project. As you can see, just solid granite. All right, people. It was granite versus granite. And granite won. I should say it's still the battle rages on. We still got some more stuff to do. I got to finalize the leveling out here. There's quite a level change here. This level, it was here all the way over there. And this was hand dug. Not line. Hand dug. Wheel burrowed, filtered, and then I used that dirt that was all over here. That was another project around the redwood. Oh yeah, T-NocK's got projects around here. Projects, people. You think I'm sitting in, finger up my nose? Nope. Absolutely not. We keep it rolling here with Source. Anyways, let's take a look at this here. We got a bunch of weeds. I kept it here because I like to catch bugs. We got jumping spiders. We'll catch some bugs. Yeah, we live it up. We're one with nature. You can say what you want, point fingers all you want. I put in work. Doesn't matter if I'm catching bugs, ripping sets, doing something out here. I got Source with me. Keeps me active. Keeps me alive. Keeps me balanced and happy. Source brings positivity and miracles in my life. It could do the same for you. But you got to put forth effort. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I let a praying mantis go over here yesterday. I mean, this thing was pretty tiny. Right here, there's no way he could have traveled far. I set that bad boy right there, man. He's probably looking at me somewhere. Oh no, it was this guy. It was this limb. Hey, is it right here? That's it right there. Yeah, he's still there. Look at him. Can you see him? I don't know if you can see the background there. Yeah, he's right there. That's a small praying mantis, but he's feasting. We got some. Oh yeah, we got some aphids, aggressive aphids up here, so he could chip away at. Fight for the good guys. 146,000. Count in. Anyways, here we are, the Garden Green. Not lurking. I thought I saw something over there. I thought I saw a rodent. Could have been a bird. Here's the garden greens. Ooh, that looks like a good meditation station over there. But man, look at that stain on there. That project turned out nice. But early morning, we check on the garden. Around here, this was my little side quest yesterday to clean all this out. And it cut off on me. You're probably wondering, how did you find your way out of there, T-NocK? Source. Help me find my way out. But we got it done. Anyways, we're back here at Garden Greens. This is my favorite spot. Here we go. I believe this is completed. I forgot to... I got to put that back. Come on. You know, there's always some, but it looks fantastic. I'm very happy with how it... Frankie! I'm very happy with how it turned out. And we're on to the next, you know. I could sit here and look at it and just be like, man, look at it, look at it. And, you know, I will continue to look at it on and off because I put a lot of work into it and it looks good. But there's other stuff I have to do. Not just projects. We got home workout routine. I got to get my walk in, meditations. Got to send thanks. Source. Oh, there's always stuff to do around here at Garden Greens. You know, I just made eye contact. Gar oak. Look at those obliques. Man, that dude is shredded. Wow. I'm gonna ask him for some tips. Anyways, I like to do a little once-over glance. Got to watch out for Franklin's hidden nuggets. Make sure these gates are closed. The regiment got out yesterday. A little girl saw him running down the street, and she bolted after him. There's regiment. He heard me talking. But I'm back out here. Probably get some meditations in. I like to check in with the community. I'm going to start doing these Grandtastic Risings because I think I could put people in a good mood. Put a smile on people's faces. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with that? You don't want to smile? Get out of here. Anyways, I'll be giving thanks to Source. Get my exercises in. These are the changes I made over the years. All right, now we're getting to the source material. These are the changes I made over the years, because back when I was my 3D version or Matrix potato, I would just come home, sit on the couch, play some PlayStation. I don't want to name any games specific because they're really good games. Of course, they kept me on my ass for a while, trying to get the platinums in them, enjoying it. You know, even play with my sons online. You know, but is that really healthy? Really, it's not. I had a whole different mindset. And there's a lot of people out in society who think that's okay. Maybe you have balance. Right on, man. If you got balance with games and you can drink and eat what you want, and hey, right on, man. Good for you. I needed to make a change. And I know there's a lot of people out there that struggle with making changes, cutting stuff out of their life, whether it be beverages, whether it be food, whether it be entertainment, what kind of content, relationships, could be friendships or family relationships, intimate relationships. The one you need to get is the one with Source, the most important relationship. And when I returned to Source, I realized how important self-reflection was. And if you've never heard of self-reflection, look it up. Do your due diligence. And you would be surprised what actually looking inside and looking at yourself will do. And I got even a better suggestion. Do that in solitude, in sobriety. You'll find salvation. I'm speaking from experience. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. I am a spiritually awakened individual, and what a ride. This last 5 years, whoo! No joke. No joke. And I've seen some creators out there, I don't want to get to bashing, but I watched several content creators, and you question their authenticity. Are you just on this spiritual train that seems to be rising? Because To me, some of these people, they don't look like they've put in the work. They don't look like they've been through the grinder. And you might go, well, why do you have to be through the grinder? I had a lot of issues I had to correct. Traumatic, we have tragedy, losses. I rose above it. I made the changes that were required. I faced the demons. This is a spiritual war. Do you understand what is coming out of my mouth? Spiritual warfare is real. You call it mental, quantum. It's not tangible. It's in your mind. That's spiritual war. It's real. What side are you on? I know what side I wasn't on for the longest time. And that was the side of source. And when I cleaned my vessel, my body, when I got the alcohol out of my system, the tobacco, the garbage foods, preservatives, my behavior, all these things were corrected off of a couple changes. And now I'm not saying they're easy. I was a drinker for like 18 years, from probably 18, 19 till 38. Chewed tobacco for 8 years. Disgusting, man. Just sitting there, just spitting. I said this in the Garden Greens video, just spitting cha, looking like thick coffee, thinking that was acceptable, and if you chew out there, I shouldn't say it's disgusting. There's something inside you that just goes, I wonder what people think about me spitting on the ground here, or swallowing the cha, it's just disgusting. It's unhealthy, it's dangerous. There's really no benefit to it. There's absolutely no benefit to it. Think about that. Let's just throw the facts out there. There's no benefit to drinking alcohol. There's no benefit to tobacco, period. It really isn't. You're just poisoning your body to get some sort of high. And unfortunately, it becomes addicting. But you can reprogram yourself, and you can add healthy habits. Like for me, for example, what I did is I started going on walks. I wasn't even in the shape to jog, to stair, do the Stairmaster. I did simple walks with sobriety and solitude. And I started to reprogram myself, going on these 2-mile walks. No, it was a marathon, no sprint. All right. But I stuck with it. And it clicked. It clicked, and I believe it was because of my organs. They got cleansed. And when my body was fully cleansed, it took about 4 months. I stated this in the previous Garden Greens video. 4 months. And I believe my pineal gland decalcified. And this whole new perspective on life entered my field. It entered my timeline. And I didn't want that to stop. And it just got better and better and better the more I stuck with it. So I'll throw some motivation and inspiration in there for you. Stick with it. If you're trying to quit a habit, if you're trying to improve yourself, stick with it. It's tough. Don't get me wrong. I know I have some coworkers that struggle with addiction on various substances. Or they have had issues with it, and they're afraid of relapse or whatever, and just stick with it. I try to be an example. I try to be the best version of myself now, and I can personally say that the inspiration that I've seen from the changes that I've made not only inspire myself to continue it, but those around me, and some of the people that have complimented me over the years, I haven't even really said a word to. They just seen it from the outside. And that blows me away. Because you always hear, actions are louder than words. But when it actually manifests and you see what that saying actually represents, and someone comes up and compliments you, like, wow, you lost a lot of weight. I lost 97 pounds. I was skin and bones, man. We didn't have those, those hogs there. There was no apples there. It was skin and bones. Skin and bones at 163 from 260. But I had to clean the slate. T-NocK had to clean the slate, people. And I feel great. Man, I'm just rhyming today, huh? We got. Gee, I always catch this guy on a union break. Maybe he's getting the worm's eye view of the terrain. I don't know where Deputy is. You know, she's been known to go. Whoa! I shouldn't look at that. There she is. She's soaking up some of that soul. Yeah, she is. I don't think she ain't checking fence lines though. Look at that. When you see that lip jiggle right there when she turns that head, ears perked. All right, ears perked. She's ready. Chest puffed out. You don't want to get on her bad side. All right, easy. I don't want no trouble. I don't want no trouble. But she's looking out for those marauders, and she's checking fence lines. She's always seeing them squirrels running around, maybe some birds coming down, hop down, catch a worm or two. It don't matter, man. If it's a chicken, I mean, I feel sorry for birds. You know, unfortunately, she's bloodthirsty for the birds. Don't let looks fool you, all right? You'd be better off walking into a lion's cage with ham drawers on than messing with Deputy Snarls. So I just maintain my friendship. Anyways, Franklin, he's not that aggressive. He might look the part, but he's a pretty kickback dude. Anyways, figured I'd check in with the community. I'm going to do a lap. Maybe water some plants. I know I got some projects to do before I head off of here, people. The kids were over here. The young girl, she was pulling some weeds here. You know, they help out every now and then. It was a little warm, so she was pulling some weeds, and we still got that to do. But Frankie, man, Frankie, what did Frankie eat? This is the next project. I was sanding on this after I finished that. You know, we sanded, stained. I had to hit some spots up I missed. I got to fix that, of course, like I said. But we were sanding this. And then, as you can see, it makes a big difference. All right, this gets weathered. But we got a little sand up here. We'll sand this. And then we're going to stain it. And then right here, I'm probably going to stop till right about here. Because I want to do all this. Yeah, T-NocK thing's big. That's going to be a while. But I'll go up under here, remove some of that lattice. We'll pop up one board at a time so I don't mess it up trying to yank them out with the claw hammer. But we'll go down there with the rodents and arachnids. All right. Yeah, that's the rodents and arachnids down there. You know it. You know they're down there undisturbed, just gaining weight, gaining size. Probably human eaters. Probably just web you up, save you for later. But we'll give it a go. We'll bring these with us. We'll bring the heart with raw, soul, spirit, all of that. We're going to get this stained. Who knows, Frankie might land a paw. Yeah, she's like, I dare you. I dare you. Just sniffing for trespassers. Isn't that right, Gaps? Yes. Oh, I love that little creature. Oh, they bring me joy. Anyways, I hope this cheers you up. You know, I want to try to spit in a little knowledge, show you a bit around what I do from day to day. It's a pretty simple life. I'm still at the Matrix job. Who knows? Maybe this YouTube channel will take off, you know, and I can do this all day and share with people, you know, and get monetized, actually start living my life the way I would like. Look, I've been doing this for 17 years, midnights, trying to be an example, positive example. Doesn't matter if I'm at work middle of the night or if I'm at home early in the morning. I try to do my part everywhere I am. I try to stay positive. Easier said than done. But with Source, anything's possible. But to achieve that connection, your vessel must be cleansed. Period. It has to be cleansed. And this is speaking from experience. So if you haven't yet, I suggest you start. See what your potential is. See what possibilities are there. See what you can achieve. Clean your diet up. Lose some weight. And you will be amazed at what Source will bring into your life. I'm speaking from experience. And I want to share that with people. And I'll get better. I'll start presenting. I'll also have to write down some cliff notes on what I would like to talk about. But I'm just spitballing. spitballing right now, getting the content out there. Who knows? You know, the goal for me is to do collaborations with a couple of content creators that I've been watching over the years. Michael from Our Everyday Lives. I've been watching him for probably 4 years now. That'd be cool to collab with that guy. He's a like-minded soul. Chad Lysenby. Those sweat talks, those are awesome. He's got awesome videos. Jason from Archaics, what a spiritual individual. And his research, ain't nobody stepping to the plate debating that dude. I'm still waiting. Come on, Grams. Come on, Billy. Come on, Jimmy. Come on, Matt. You know, you're gonna push those content. You're gonna push that content out there. I think you better be able to defend it. Know what I'm saying? Archaics. Anyways, until next time, never let your light dim. T-NocK out.